Hello, this is Ramirez with Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts, and today we're going to have another conversation about pauldrons. Particularly, everyone who's ever seen Excalibur, the 1980s movie about King Arthur, um, has always seen that armor and been like, I love it. I want to wear armor. And one of the things they've always wanted are hot plates. Hot plates are a part of a pauldron design. They're these plates that kind of come up, and they're often also referred to as sword breakers, though they don't break swords. And I too have always wanted one, so I went to Bareena Armory and I said, "Hey, you've got a design here that has them." So these are my new pauldrons from Bareena Armory. They're Gothic pauldrons. I will leave a link below if you're interested. And I want to talk about the pros and cons. Overall, I do like these. They are not cheap. They're comparable to most other more expensive pauldrons. They run $285 in stainless steel. They have a lot of lames to them, which is nice because it really does cover down the arm. And when I'm wearing all my gear, they still get all the way to the elbow. They do kind of wrap around, so I'll stand up a little bit so you see there's a little bit longer in the back and a little shorter in the front to let my arms through, and that's good when they're strapped down. They work out pretty well. The big question with anything that has a hot plate on it is when you raise your head, does it come in and block your helmet? And I am kind of happy to report the way I wear them, they don't. They don't, with my helmet, they don't run in, and so I can wear these with my helmet, and I don't have an issue. They are a little different in how they connect, though. They're on the inside. You can see there's the other upper part of the shoulder, the part that's going to rest up here, and it's attached actually by a buckle. I'll try to turn that so you can see it a little better. Rather than having holes, because this is a really heavy pauldron, and I think if you just had straps, you'd kind of worry about it breaking. So they do have a strap on here, or a buckle. And what you need to do is, if you've seen my attaching armor points to the shoulder, instead of having two cords coming out of that piece, if you make a little belt attachment to it, so basically the strap with the holes, attach it to that little plate that comes around for the straps. You can do it that way, or you can basically create a little, like, kind of a tiny little belt end with the holes in it. Create a slit on either side, feed that through whatever you want to point it to, and attach it that way. I find that if I do that, it holds the pauldron lower, so I like to make a separate piece and then attach the belt piece. I rivet it to that. If you do have questions about how to do that, please leave them in the comments below, and I will do a separate video showing you the piece that I use to attach this, because they don't give it to you. They just give you the pauldrons like this and let you figure it out. So once again, if you are curious, I want to get these, how do I attach them? Leave me a comment. I will show you my setup for how I attach these directly to my cuirass. But as far as the armor itself, it's a heavy piece of armor, and pauldrons will tend to run that way. The bigger the pauldron, the more weight, the less maneuverability. Though I find generally, aside from lifting my arms way up over my head, I can probably get them to about here, and I'm usually in pretty good shape with these guys. So I like that. I like the overall coverage. If you've seen my 100th video, I do have these on my armor. These do have a lot of flex in terms of they're connected in this case with a leather. So I can show you on the inside. This leather setup, rather than them being riveted directly together, does give them a lot of flexibility in terms of where they go. So I do really like that about them. I know some people, when we're doing harness, you're worried about plates kind of opening up. And I would say that for harness effect, and that's a flaw, because you're definitely going to get gaps that someone could put a dagger through. And that can be a potential downside to this style of pauldron. But once again, I think I wanted this some more because I wanted a kind of Excalibur-esque type armor to my white armor, rather than something that might be a little more historical. Not that these aren't, but certainly there are other styles that are more contemporary to my kit. I just was like, I love these. I love this design, and I know there are other people out there that like them too. This does have some minor fluting figures that you can see and thicker edges to stop blades from moving up. So that's also a nice perk to these. They do kind of fit that gothic aesthetic that I was looking for. Once again, I will leave the link below. These were done in stainless steel. Once again, I've talked about this with my Sabatons video. If that's not up, if this goes up first, there is a Sabatons video coming out. Bareena Armory is very good, reasonably priced, but you can kind of see my ceiling fan in the video right now. But it's not a mirror, like mirror on the wall kind of mirror finish. So it's not a high polish. Not to say you couldn't get this to that level of shininess, but that's not my goal. So don't expect if you buy it that you're going to get a mirror finish like you might get on something like, let's say, from Arm Street. But you will get a nice general mirror finish, or you can opt for a satin finish. So depending on what you want, they're able to do that. Once again, I'll leave a link below. I will also leave a link to our club, Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts, if you're curious about what we do and where we meet, which is in Norfolk, Virginia. And I will see you in the next video.